Hi everybody, the Simple is here. So we have GT7 action in round 3 from the Nations Cup. So we got highlights from 2 races, very quick highlights from this, the first race, which is on my English account, and then we have highlights from my second race on my All-American account. So look at that livery, that's beautiful. I actually looked for that livery for my second account and I could not find it specifically, that one, but I do think that looks absolutely gorgeous. So here we are, I was on pole position. I am driving the McLaren Mercedes Vodafone livery. I think that's got to be from about, what, 2007? No, 2007, 2008, 2009 maybe. Yeah, so this race was quite straightforward, although the day wasn't. This was my third race. The first one was a battle royale where I started in pole and finished the first lap in dead last position. Well, not technically, I suppose. Coming to the last big corner before you start up the straight, I was in last position, but then I think I ended up in about 11th position just on the amount of people with penalties by the time I got to the end of the straight. Either way, the race was a complete loss. Every time I got close to a car, they punted me off. Absolute waste of time. That's not racing, in my opinion. So we went again, and that race was flawless for me. I was in pole. I had fastest lap, clean race. I took off from the start, never looked back, and I got over the finish line. Won by about 18 seconds. Life was good, and then I got an error code and the race did not count on any level at all. So I was left doing it for a third time. So this is going to be leading into lap 8. This is my fastest lap of this race. I think I'll just shut up and enjoy it. So fine across the line there. Good lap times, very consistent. That livery just looks so good. So coming to lap 12, I do believe I'm coming into the pits here. I actually do practice my pit entry just so that I know to take it as fast as possible. So just a quick look back at all of the laps so we can just check the lap times. As you can see, the consistency is pretty damn good. So we're going up to the final corner. Well, sorry, onto the final lap. This was so you can see the distance to the car behind me. I mean, this was a very straightforward race. Great track into Lagos. A lot of fun to drive. And as we wait for MacGyver. So this leads us on to race 2, the American account. And, oh, we've got pedal cam, happy days. So, Smooth Buddy started in third. I am in pole, there I am in the BAR Honda livery. See, Salamander goes flying up the inside here, and Smooth Buddy there takes a hit behind him, and look how much that propels him right up behind me and put him right in my slipstream. And this is going to lead into a bit of a recurring theme of just little things that did not go my way. And that's a great move. He absolutely caught me sleeping there. I thought I'd covered the inside. Then I got busy changing my traction control and my onboard display sort of stuff. And yeah, I just got caught napping there and they took full advantage of it. It was a very good move. So we're going to be chasing down Smooth Buddy, and already behind us Salamander is back up into third. So with things that do go your way and things that don't go your way, Salamander, who went straight on at the first corner, I think they came off the first corner in 5th position, and then by the time they got down to the corner at the bottom of that second little straight, I think both the cars in front of them went off, which allowed them to just go straight through without having to fight for position, which makes such a big difference. As we are seeing here, I am fighting for position. Bit of a tyre tap. I pulled out there because I wasn't going to win that battle, stuck on the outside. Anyone can tell me the history of that livery, if it's an IndyCar livery. Always interested to learn these things. So you can see I'm all over him. Cheeky look. Never really going to go and do anything though. Not there. Such a tighter line through there, and you know I definitely want them out of my way so I can just crack on with my race. I mean, I'm not knocking them though, because if you look at the lap times, I mean, they're consistent with what I was doing in the previous race. But this race, I just had more speed, especially on the softs. I'd moved the brake bias back to three backwards. Just outbrake myself, went way too deep into the corner. There's another opportunity that's just gone begging. Another great livery there. So we've skipped up to lap 4. You can see I'll just squeeze it down the inside there. I feel like I should have been given a bit more room there, but I had to do something because Salamander was pulling us in, and it was a case of got to go for it and make it stick. Otherwise, this is going to be a freeway battle, and that's not what I wanted. You see, I really hold it tight down the left-hand side there because I don't want to give up the inside of the corner. And they've gone straight on. So did I squeeze them out? Or was it just a driver error? Let's have a good look. So the overtake, we'll get a good view of that. That's the one. Let's speed this one on just a little bit. You can see, I mean, I'm carrying so much more speed. And by the time we're reaching the corner, I mean, I'm so far up the inside. I've got absolutely every right to go for that. I mean, they should have been more aware, really. So they haven't really left me the car's width. They've forced me over the sausage, well, not a sausage curb, it's just a curb. But of course, I lose a little bit of steering on that. So you can see I'm just coming off wider now than what I wanted to. A bit of a tap though, that puts me back online. And you're going to see I have to actually just dart a little bit to the right here, otherwise I almost entered the pit. Just there, I realised I was cutting that a bit too tight. And I'm holding that side because I don't want to give it up. Oh yeah, they just got caught out there at the end of the straight. It curves around for the centre S. And although I did squeeze them a little bit, I've got every right to though. I've got to make the angle good for myself. See, they commit to the right. I know I can move now, but I do leave them plenty of room. Yeah, they're just, as it just curves, I'm turning with the corner. They a fraction late. But again, this is also a car that I had to battle to get past, that has been a free pass for the second place driver. So it may sound like I'm kind of moaning and bitching. Now, that's not the case. Because I have looked at Salamander's race. They've got their own YouTube channel, Salamander MN, I do believe. So go check them out, look them up. And so I've watched his race and his lap times, or say his, bit of a presumption. Their lap times are incredible. They are so consistent. And what you can see here is a shadow. They was on the money lap after lap after lap. And I have got no complaints about the result of this race. I feel on consistency alone, they absolutely deserve everything they get from this race. But it just wasn't a lucky race for me. It really wasn't. So we're speeding up a bit here. He's not just found an extra gear. And I think we're going to lead into my pit lap, which will probably be about lap 12. That was my favourite tactic. Here we go, lap 12. We're going to come into the pits. And again, I'm going to come in flat out because I did practice my pit stops. Now, I'd actually pulled a gap on Salamander. You can see that I've actually pulled a gap on them by the time it comes to me making my pits. And I come out here and I've got Too Fast For You coming up the outside of me. And they're going to come past me. I make a mistake and they're more than entitled to come past me. So then I'll spend the rest of the lap getting the tyres warmed up, chasing them down. But just something about sort of driver awareness. Now, obviously, they're more than entitled to go past me here. Look, I get wide, you know, and go past me because that's right. That's exactly what you should do. But they're not really racing me because I've come into the pits, changed my tyres and come out, and they're in third and I'm now right behind them. They still need to make their pit stop. So they're not really racing me. So at this point here, I'm coming past and you'll see I go on the inside, but you don't necessarily just trust drivers and they just squeeze me enough. It just makes me go over the line here. Just that little bit. And I get a half-second penalty for that. Because you just had to maintain that gap because you don't really know other drivers or how they're going to drive. And that gap is maybe half a second, but on track time, that's over a second. Because it slows you down and you can't accelerate. So it brakes and you can't accelerate. You lose a second on track easily. So that's just another thing that did not go my way and put me under pressure. And I just feel like there was a lot of things that happened that just didn't go my way. I mean, that's a back marker. I would have ghosted through them anyway, so that's no real gain for me. See, we're going to serve the penalty, back up to speed. And then I think we're going to go forward to Salamander coming out the pits. You just see them coming down the pit lane. Round through to the exit. Now, I know that I'm on warm tyres and they maybe got to have that first lap to adapt to the slightly less grip than they was used to. But I was doing alright on these tyres. I was definitely gaining, and I think I was about to have a really good race with Salamander. But unfortunately I did mess up. I was a bit over keen on the brake, on the accelerator. So I really pulled some time in there, and I was greedy. I was pulling in time and I was greedy. I went on the accelerator too quickly, and that cost me second place as well, as Charrier has come through. Just note as well, they've got the fastest lap in 1:16.3, and that's a good time in race conditions. So we're going to go forward a little bit. I'm starting to chase down Carrier. They're in the classic Senna McLaren livery, the old Marlboro one. So I've messed up again. Now I'm in danger of not even making a podium, as Smooth Buddy, our guy from the start, catches up with me. And I've gone from being so confident on these tyres to just feeling like, am I even going to be able to hold on? Suddenly they just went. I felt no grip, and I was sliding, going around just normal corners. I was sliding. As we move back to me. Then we're going to move on to the final lap. We're heading up the hill. We did hold on for the podium. Could have been so much more though. So that's me done. Thank you. Bye bye. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. All the help we get is greatly appreciated. Hopefully we can grow together. Be good, stay cool, bye bye.